And today I'm going to be showing you an out-of-the-box idea about inferences. So inferences can be pretty tricky and they go through each grade level. Every grade level talks about inferences. In fact, they're tested on it on every STAR test. So inferences are very important. Unfortunately, we see a lot of the same activities when introducing and teaching inferences. So hopefully today I'm going to show you an out-of-the-box activity that will not only heighten the kids' experience, but allow them to understand them a little better. So we are going to start with the TEKS that I'm going to focus on, which is Standard 4.6. Students understand, make inferences, and draw conclusions about the structure and elements of fiction and provide evidence from the text to support their understanding. From this TEKS, I'm going to be focusing on inferences, obviously, and how to draw conclusions from them. So this is the TEKS that I'm focusing on. 4.6, which is 4th grade. And for this activity, I'm focusing on how to positively influence the experience of English language learners who inferences can often be difficult for because of the background knowledge that's needed. So this is the ELPS I'm focusing on, which is the English Language Proficiency Standard. And it is Standard 4J, which is demonstrate English comprehension and expand reading skills by employing inferential skills such as predicting, making connections between ideas, drawing inferences and conclusions from text. So that is the ELPS that I'm going to be focusing on. Okay, so my activity is called Mystery Box. So Mystery Box can look like a lot of different things, but for this, I took a box and I put something inside, but guess what? It's a mystery, so you can't tell anyone. I covered the box with one side is instructions, and the other sides say collect evidence. Because making inferences is all about collecting your evidence and using your background knowledge to draw a conclusion. But sometimes we don't have the background knowledge needed to make those conclusions. So before we start on this game that I've made, but I've also drawn from other inspirations to do this, I'm going to talk about some of the activities that are in the box when dealing with inferences, not outside of the box. So often we may see a worksheet like this or a worksheet like this. This worksheet asks you to find evidence from a text and just write it down. And then it asks you to draw from your personal experiences to make an inference. Now this is great. This worksheet is great once you have a base knowledge of how to make an inference. And it's great if you have that personal experience. But what if you don't? You're really stuck because all you have is that text. And often that's not enough to make a full inference. Now this worksheet is a little more fun than the boxes are. And it's a worksheet that a teacher can give to kind of play a game to make inferences. Kind of similar to what I did, but I like to think mine's more outside the box. So I'm just going to show you the first example. It says, I began the day with my small tools to clean my patient's teeth. I placed the paper bib on her and shined a light down so I could see. I found one cavity. After all the teeth were cleaned, I gave her a toothbrush. So the person that's filling out this worksheet is trying to figure out who this person is, who it's describing. The choices are a cashier, clown, teacher, dentist. Now, I've been to the dentist, so after I read that, I know that it's a dentist, but that's not everyone's experience. So if we introduce inferences like this, we're leaving out personal experiences that someone may have that someone else may not have, and that's just not equitable. So we're going to go back to mystery box. So you make this box, you put something inside, remember, I'm not telling you what's inside mine yet. And make sure you include the instructions on one side because that will help everyone. You can make one for your whole class. So the first thing that you do is you ask for a random guess from your class. So you can pass this around, you can shake it, and they're just going to say a guess. They're going to guess what's inside just from listening. So from listening, I could guess that it's popcorn. Maybe it's popcorn. So that's my guess. The second step says, read the clue card and guess. So each student gets one clue card. So let's say my clue card says, I'm green and black. So this student is not going to share this clue with anyone else. They're just going to read this one clue. I am green and black. So this student may think, well, maybe it's not popcorn like my original guess. Maybe it's now a baseball. Maybe that it's a baseball that's green and black. So that's their guess. Now, the person sitting next to them gets a guess that says, or gets a card that says, don't be shady. Well, this person guessed it may be an umbrella because that provides shade, right? Now, the third step says, get with a partner and guess. So these two students will combine their clue cards and work together. And they come up with another guess. After that, they join in another group, which says, I block out the sun, and I have 2 arms. So now all together, they have, I block out the sun, I have 2 arms, don't be shady, and I am green and black. So let's say they still don't know what it is. So the last clue will be place your hand in the box. So then they get the privilege to place their hand in the box and feel it for it. They're using their senses to feel for it, and they're getting those experiences. And what they felt inside this box was sunglasses. It provides shade, don't be shady. It blocks out the sun. It has 2 arms. It happens to be green and black, and that's what they felt. So what this game did for them was it let them be the detectives to figure it out. And often that's what inferences are. Inferences are somebody finding something in the text that is not clearly stated. So to introduce inferences, we should try to be outside the box. Make it a game, make it a mystery, but make sure you don't leave anyone out. Thank you.